NRP has brought us to a level where we were not before.
We wouldn't be where we are without the vision, the creativity, and commitment of NRP.
It's the gold standard in the multifamily business.
They share a vision, their passion for housing affordability.
And they have brought a way of thinking to the field that we didn't have before.
We've always known that people are our most valuable asset.
It's really a people organization.
They showed themselves to be really great community citizens and showed that they cared more about people.
You know, it's not an easy business. You've heard me say this before. I mean, it's a challenging industry. At the end of the day, what motivates you to sort of overcome those challenges is knowing that you're going to be sitting there at a ribbon cutting with a family who is in a much better place because of the work that we did as a company and the work that I did as an individual.
This is just a beautiful place to live. I want to thank the NRP group that's just been tremendous, a tremendous partner to work with.
And then when the ultimate product was built, wow.
The humble beginnings that we had here and the folding tables and working in an office environment that was extremely professional but very humble. And it was really apropos that we had that at that time, because what we started in, everything we did was in the urban neighborhoods, and we wanted to be part of the neighborhood fabric when we started NRP. And so this was just a perfect location to start our company. So going back to the original formation of the partnership of the NRP group, it was Al Scott and myself, and I was working as a consultant for the Townsend Group, and I was approached by a local bank president in Cleveland that was a family friend, and he wanted something for his son to do, and wanted me to mentor him. So Cleveland was going through a renaissance, and we met people from the city of Cleveland, the mayor's staff. We met customers of Ohio Savings Bank, which was his bank, and one of the customers was Al Scott. And Al saw the two of us and said, great, I'll take them on and I'll put them in the field and maybe they'll build some houses. And that was the original beginning. And that's how we started the company. And Rick joined us about 8 months later after we had our first development awarded from the state.
So you had 3 owners at that time. So you had David, obviously, and you had Al Scott and Rick Bailey. Well, it was a good compliment having the 3 of them together. We always thought about it as a 3-legged stool.
So we built, our first development was 50 units in the Glenville neighborhood of Cleveland.
But when they started, it was really single-family homes. Then they transitioned into multifamily. Then they transitioned into having a management company. Then they transitioned into working not only in Ohio, but throughout many states in the country.
The experts tell us we have something like a 150,000 unit shortfall of quality affordable housing in San Antonio. That's how much we have to build to address the need that exists here. And we don't have a way to get there without NRP operating at full tilt.
It was very bootstraps startup in Texas. I think at the time we had 8 different employees, 3 projects, and we were all working very hard to kind of get out of the ground and set ourselves up to be successful.
Makes you have almost a sense of purpose of actually wanting to do and strive for the best that you can do on a daily basis.
So Texas has had a major impact on NRP, on our growth and our trajectory, and a lot of that goes back to 2007, 2008, when the industry was going through its challenges.
There was so much uncertainty in the financial markets, obviously.
And we ended up being one of the few groups that could actually do projects at that time. We ended up having record years in 2008, 2009, 2010. It's just, we had a very creative staff that was trying to fight their way through problems, and a lot of real estate companies were closing at the time, and we were having the most profitable years we'd ever had.
And every day was a challenge. So you heard about a lot of layoffs in the industry, and you heard a lot about foreclosures all the time. And so there were thoughts and pressures and discussions about what do we do with our staff and how do we measure what we should be doing in the future. And one of the decisions that we made was to keep our entire staff, and we're glad that we did it.
And it wasn't easy, but at the end of the day, we wanted to protect our investment in the people. In hindsight, that was a great strategic decision, because when the market for luxury multifamily started coming back in 10, 11, we had the people in place in our markets to capitalize on that.
We, as a company, stepped up, worked quickly because we had the expertise and we had the passion for wanting to get things done.
NRP just built some of the most beautiful properties that really were transformative in our state.
But I must tell you that the best thing we have going in San Antonio for affordable housing, and I use these words without any exaggeration, is NRP. NRP has introduced in San Antonio for the first time a serious business commitment to building affordable housing that is going to last, that is quality.
We've done over 40 projects, including 1,600 or more affordable housing units, and our investment is over $200 million. It's one of our oldest and longest and best partnerships.
If you go and look at any of the projects that NRP has built over its long history, it clearly demonstrates best-in-class approach to multifamily development.
We see communities being built, and we see lives being changed.
It really does warm my heart, not only to see the change that we've made in the eyes of the families that we've helped, the children that have a safe place to study, have a safe place to go after school and during the summer.
Since we built the building here, it's changed a lot. A blessing, actually.
Luxury style living for an affordable price. It's definitely a beautiful place to live. Wouldn't trade it for the world.
So I thank you all for allowing me this opportunity to have a nice place to live, clean environment, and where my grandkids just love to come.
I think NRP is unique in that they really understand communities. They don't just come in and with the intent of finding a field and building. They really do come in with an effort to try to understand what's going on in that community, and to try to figure out how to maybe help make things better.
They're a good partner because they do what they say they're going to do. They do it on time, they do it on budget, and if there are problems, they take care of it.
NRP has been a fabulous partner. I mean, we are looking forward to the next project that we can do with NRP because it's been such a positive experience for us.
NRP insists on high-quality talent professionals, and it shows. It shows in the product.
They are the group with the expertise that no one else had. It's hard for me to imagine a better partner in this work. They have been able to deliver and surpass people's expectations. Yeah, they're the top flight group in this whole field.
Some of the things that I really enjoy about working here at NRP are tied together, and two come to mind: the people and our innovative culture. And I think really it's the people that drive our innovative culture and that help create it.
They truly believe in their team members. They truly give you the opportunity to bring your best to the table.
I can't express how much they make you feel appreciated. They make you feel like family. You feel a part of, not just as an employee, but you feel a part of a family.
We're not stuck in a box. We will grow and transform.
There's still so much to do. What excites me most about the future of NRP is where we're positioned here in the state and throughout the United States.
Any change in market affordability needs, housing types, technology, we're there.
It is so exciting that this is 25 years to begin with. So to think about the next 25 years, it's almost mind-blowing to think about how amazing NRP is going to be and the potential that we have to be. I mean, just look what we've done for the last 25 years.
Here, they give every opportunity to people who put the effort in and can show success. And I think it's a great place to grow.
I mean, ultimately, that's what makes a good developer great, is one that is guided by the values of the community, the priorities of the neighborhood, and that's what makes NRP such a valuable partner to us, to neighborhoods throughout the city, but other communities around the country.
If you look across the organization, there's been growth everywhere. And you can't do that without the right people, you can't do that without the right training, and you can't do that without the right culture of sharing ideas. It should be viewed as the best multifamily developer in the country right now, and if it's not, it will be, because NRP is, the future is going to be really, really amazing for this company.
NRP's mission is to provide incredible apartment homes regardless of people's income. And that's something that we're passionate about. It's at the core of who we are. And I think we've really delivered on that. And that's what's really exciting to me.